Good evening, everybody, and welcome to CVCA Royals football on CVCA live stream. It's week 8 of the OHSAA high school football season, and after a month away, the Royals finally return home tonight for just the third time this season. My name is Tim Nichols, and as always, we're glad you're joining with us this evening, wherever you might be. When we were last on the air, CVCA had just gone 3-0 with its second consecutive shutout, a 56-0 shellacking of the Garfield Golden Rams. 4 weeks later, the Royals are still undefeated and off to their best start in the season in 22 years. And tonight, they'll look to go 7-0 for only the second time in school history in a huge North Coast Conference game against the Lions from Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. The winner will leave with sole possession of first place in the conference with just 2 weeks left in the regular season. What's the old saying? There's no place like home? The 3 straight road games were the longest regular season road swing since weeks 2 through 4 of the 2016 season, when CVCA's team traveled to Campbell Memorial, Orange, and Tusky Valley in consecutive weeks. Safe to say the 2025 Royals fared much better than their predecessors, who lost all 3 of those 2016 matchups. 3 weeks ago, CVCA made its first ever trip down to Boardman on the outskirts of Youngstown to face the Spartans in the high school home of legendary Browns quarterback Bernie Kosar. After giving up a touchdown in the game's first play from scrimmage, the Royals outscored the Division II Spartans 42-3 the rest of the way, making it look easy for win number 4 on the season. A week later, it was another huge test, a trip up to the JTO in Mentor to face Lake Catholic, the last team to defeat CVCA in a regular season game back in 2024. The Royals and Cougars played a tight game, but CVCA pulled away in the third quarter and then held on late to defeat Lake Catholic 28-21 to go 5-0. And last week, the Royals played their first Saturday regular season game in 14 years when CVCA traveled up to Brooklyn for a first ever meeting with Holy Name. It was a stifling performance by the Royals defense, which recorded its third shutout of the season, a 35-0 blanking of the Green Wave. The Royals dominated in every facet of the game to compete and complete a perfect road swing and maintain an unblemished 6-0 record. Which brings us to tonight. It's another first ever meeting, this time with NDCL, which is off to its best start since 2018 at 6-1 overall and 2-0 in the North Coast Conference. NDCL opened the season with 3 wins, an opening night demolition of Struthers by a 50-8 margin, a convincing 38-12 win over neighborhood rival West G, and an eye-opening triple overtime 48-45 victory on the road at Kenston. The Lions were tamed in Week 4 by longtime rival and future North Coast Conference member Benedictine in a 28-14 loss, but since then, they put together 3 more wins, a bounce-back 27-21 victory at Bedford, a 21-0 shutout of Holy Name, and a homecoming beatdown of Padua last week by a 48-6 score. It's one of the biggest games in Northeast Ohio tonight. So big that tonight's matchup beat out Glenville-Hoban, Rootstown at Wickliffe, and Wadsworth-Nordonia to be the Fox 8 Friday night touchdown game of the week. There's a lot of Harbin playoff points up for grabs for the winner. As we said before, both schools are seeking their first outright conference championship in a long, long time. NDCL had a divisional championship in the old North Coast League back in 2007, and while CVCA shared a couple of Principals Athletic Conference titles in recent years, the Royals have not won an outright conference championship since 1999, when CVCA was a member of the East Suburban Conference. Tonight's also a special night here at Royal Stadium for another reason. You're going to notice a whole lot of yellow in the stands and on our broadcast tonight to complement the traditional CVCA Royal blue, black, and white. The first home game in October is traditionally the annual Pink Out game to support breast cancer awareness, a cause the Royals community has long supported. But this year, the pink has been replaced by the maize and blue. Yes, that maize and blue from the team up north. Just before the season started, cancer hit very close to home for this Royals team. Longtime assistant coach, Michigan native, and CVCA math teacher Paul McLevich started to feel unwell around the time of the team's first scrimmage. He didn't let it go long, just a couple weeks before seeing a doctor. The diagnosis shocked everyone. Inoperable stage 4 colon cancer. The team and the CVCA community have rallied around Paul, his wife Susie, and their 5 children, and tonight is a big extension of that. The Royals adopted the 4-Muck slogan at the start of the season, playing this 2025 football campaign for Coach Muck, as he's affectionately known. The CVCA helmets have carried the circular 4-Muck sticker on them this year, adorned in the colors of his favorite college team, and hundreds of 4-Muck t-shirts have been sold. Newspaper stories have been written, and just this week on Wednesday, Fox 8 did a feature story on Coach Muck's battle. We'll get to hear from him directly later on tonight as Coach Muck will be our halftime guest. The diagnosis may have slowed him down, but Muck is still involved in the program, coaching quarterbacks this year, and boy, do the Royals have a good one. He burst onto the scene as a defensive secondary replacement in the second half of his freshman year. In 5 games, 6 interceptions later, we dubbed him Charlie Football. By the second week of his sophomore season, Charlie Levac was done playing defense and moved into the starting quarterback role. He hasn't looked back since then. He's 22-6 as a starter in 2.5 seasons, and the Royals have won 8 straight games at home and 14 regular season games in a row. Last year, he threw for 957 yards with 9 touchdown passes and 7 interceptions in 12 games. And there you see Charlie Levac. This season, he's been almost perfect through the year. 30 of 41 for 523 yards, 11 touchdown passes, and just 1 interception in 6 games. And look out when he runs. He can be electric. A dual threat. He can be elusive as well. A trait on display the last time we were on the air, as evidenced by that 53-yard highlight reel scamper in Week 3 against Garfield. The real story of the season, though, in the first half, well, the offensive side of the ball, it's been the running game. The Royals' backfield is deep and deceptive. CVCA will routinely run the ball with a half dozen different backs. Senior Rutgers commit Joey Copek gets the publicity, and he's earned it, but he no longer has to carry the entire load. His brother Tommy is a splitting image, just 2 years younger. Senior Wesley Keeler runs hard and has 4 touchdowns so far this year, and junior Zach Anderson makes the most of his opportunities as well in the crowded but unselfish Royals backfield. He's also got a pair of touchdown catches, and of course, there's Levac, but while the graphic has no more room, the list doesn't end there. Nick Schober's always a threat near the goal line. He had a half dozen touchdowns a year ago. And then there's Reed Jones, Mason Fry, and Kyron Fikes, who have another 320 yards and 3 touchdowns between them this season. The talented Royals backfield averages 7.2 yards every time they touch the ball, and that they do quite a bit. CVCA runs the ball 86% of the time, and the Royals are averaging 42 points a game while yielding only 7.5 points per game on defense, the 4th best mark in all of Division III in the state of Ohio. Well, NDCL, that's the challenge for the guests tonight. The challenge for them, get off the field when CVCA has the ball, and no one's been able to do that this year. The Royals varsity's punted just 1 time all season. And for NDCL, the other challenge is to score. Now, the Lions have had no problem with that so far this season. They average 35 points a game themselves. And the quarterback for the NDCL Lions is first-year starter and junior Brady Capel, who's having an outstanding season. 80 of 133 entering Week 8 for 985 yards through the air, 14 touchdown passes, and he's also the team's leading rusher as well, 474 yards on the ground and 4 more scores. We'll be calling his name out a lot tonight. The primary running back for NDCL, that's senior Dylan Hedigman, who's chipped in 439 yards rushing with 4 touchdowns and another score through the air. Capel looks for a trio of wide receivers, but junior Casey McInerney is his favorite. McInerney's got 29 catches for 317 yards this season and 4 scores. Senior Rob Bonchak wears number 17, and he's a speedster. In fact, he's the defending 400-meter state champion in track. He stretches the field, averaging 17.5 yards of reception, and 2 of his 12 catches have gone for 6. Juniors Carmen Serino and Blake Dumermuth are the next most common targets for the Lions quarterback. But if NDCL is going to get win number 7 tonight, the defense is going to have to lead the way, and they do have some weapons there as well. Serino leads the team with 3 interceptions, but the big difference maker, that's number 51, Brendan Hernan, who's got 9 sacks and 12 tackles for loss, and a team-leading 58 tackles overall from his defensive end spot on the left side of the Lions' 3-4 defense. NDCL's had a strong couple of weeks holding Padua scoreless until the final moments a week ago and shutting out Holy Name 2 weeks ago. But, and it's a big but, that 48-45 thriller against Kenston and the 28-14 loss against Benedictine are data points of concern as they face the high-powered Royals attack tonight. We'll all know a lot more about how it will play out in a couple of hours. The Royals record book, well, as we get ready for this one tonight, we are keeping tabs on senior Joey Copek and senior Charlie Levac as we do from week to week and broadcast to broadcast. Copek is in 5th place all time with 3,198 yards rushing at this point in his CVCA career. Next up on the all-time list is former Royals quarterback Michael Bevington, but it should take Copek a few more games to get there. Bevington ended his career with 3,580 rushing yards, putting Copek 382 yards away from fourth place all-time. Joey Copek is sixth in career touchdowns with 44, sixth in career rushing touchdowns with 36, and also sixth in scoring. He dots the record book on the receiving side as well, eighth in career receiving touchdowns and fifth in career receptions. On the defensive side of the ball, Joey Copek has 8 career interceptions after getting one a couple of weeks ago. That's just one off the all-time lead at CVCA in Royals football history, a record jointly held by current Las Vegas Raiders star Trey Tucker, as well as Jimmy Dykandrew from about 20-plus years ago. Special teams, well, Copek's excelling there as well. He's third all-time in career average kickoff return yards after taking 2 kickoffs to the house a season ago. We mentioned Levac. He's the second, or in second place all-time in career touchdown passes now with 29, just 6 away from Michael Bevington's 35. Charlie Levac's also seventh in all-time career rushing touchdowns with 21. And he's fourth in career passing yards, needing 240 yards to move into third place. Fans are filing in here at Royals Stadium. We see a ton of maize and blue t-shirts that say "For Muck." And we're going to turn it over right now to public address announcer LT Newland.
During the game, tonight, we'll be collecting donations to help support Coach Muck and his family as they fight this battle together. We're deeply grateful to Hudson Wealth, who has generously pledged to match every dollar donated up to $10,000 this evening. Fans, that means that every gift tonight can go twice as far for making a difference. Hudson Wealth is proud to serve the families here in our community. And look out for our middle school football players walking up and down the stands between the first and second quarter, collecting your donations or scanning the QR codes around the stadium to make your donation. Let's show our support and make this a night that truly represents what it means to be a part of the CVCA community. Thank you, and thank you again, Hudson Wealth, for their incredible generosity. Go Royals.
And that was public address announcer LT Newland talking about Coach Muck, and what an outstanding offer of generosity by Hudson Wealth Management, matching every dollar donated tonight to support Coach Muck and his family, up to $10,000. And you can get involved in that as well. There is the Coach Muck graphic, and the QR code is the same on the screen that you're watching at home as they have here in the stadium tonight. When you donate, you will be making a tax-deductible contribution to CVCA, to Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, just as we do every year for the Pink Out game. That money goes to CVCA and then is funneled directly to a worthy recipient, and none more worthy than Paul McClevich tonight and his family. So every dollar that will be donated through that QR code tonight will end up helping fight this disease and helping the McClevich family. So we'll put that graphic up multiple times throughout the night tonight, but make sure if you're watching right now to get out your phone and scan that QR code. It'll take you right to the donate page. And again, you can help support what the entire CVCA community is doing tonight to support Paul McClevich and his family. And again, we'll get to talk to him at halftime tonight about his experience and his battle. And now we'll turn it back over to LT Newland.
Our national anthem. Heavenly Father, we give you great thanks for an evening like this where we can come together as a community, where we can rally around the game of football and recognize that you are the giver of all good things. You're the giver of life. You're the one who sustains us. We pray this night for the McClevich family. So grateful for their investment in our CVCA community. Pray you be with Paul and Susie and the kids as they journey with you in this next chapter of life. God, we know that hope is ultimately found in Jesus Christ. So grateful that Coach Muck knows that, tells others about that hope that he has in you. As we know that there's no other name given to men under heaven by which we must be saved than that of Jesus Christ. So we trust in him tonight. We ask that everything that happens in the stadium this evening would be to his glory and honor. It's in his name we pray. Amen.
Can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular amongst birds singing out, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
The fans standing for the prayer for Coach McClevich, as well as the Chris Stapleton version of the national anthem. And we are winding down here, getting ready for football on a Friday night, a big football game here between CVCA, undefeated at 6-0, and NDCL, just defeated one time at 6-1, both sitting atop the North Coast Conference. And you see the Lions entering the stadium right now. The NDCL Lions. First ever meeting between the Royals and the Lions on the football field. These teams played in many other sports, but joined together by the inception of the North Coast Conference a year ago and the first NCC football season this year. And so the first meeting for the Royals and the Lions. Head coaches, NDCL is coached by Andre Griffin. If that name sounds familiar, that's because he is the son of two-time Heisman Trophy winner and Ohio State legend Archie Griffin. NDCL is Griffin's second head coaching stop. He's in his second year with the Lions after having previously coached at Lima Senior High School for 4 years. He also was an assistant coaching in multiple locations, but we'll get to that in a moment because here come the Royals. All black tonight for CVCA, but complemented by the maze of Coach Buck's favorite Michigan Wolverines, maize and blue. And you see all those 4 Muck t-shirts on the cheerleaders, and frankly, throughout the entire crowd tonight, they sold over at least 400 of those shirts this week. They had to order another 200 just over the weekend. The demand has been off the charts for them. So back to Andre Griffin. He had assistant coaching stints throughout the Division III collegiate ranks, having spent time at Wittenberg, Ohio Northern, Saginaw Valley State, and Capital. He's 11-7 at NDCL and 26-32 overall as a head coach at the high school level. Of course, the Royals head coach is Nick Cook, who's in his 5th season on the CVCA sideline. Overall, he's 36-16 with the Royals. Sports a career record of 65 wins, 49 losses. Came to CVCA in 2021 after rebuilding the Chicago Christian High School program in Illinois. And he founded and coached 1 season very early in his career at Grove City Christian in Franklin County. Reminder to follow us on social media. The handle is at CVCA Livestream on X, on Instagram, and on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube tonight, we ask you to subscribe and hit the subscribe button. Weather, beautiful. Clear skies tonight, 59 degrees at kickoff, and we are ready for football on a Friday night. The Royals will receive first. NDCL kickoff, and the kicker is Ryan Svitkovic. And we'll talk about him a bit more later. Svitkovic wearing number 0 for the Lions. Back deep for CVCA, it's Joey Copek and Zach Anderson, and the kickoff is high and deep, and it's going to be through the end zone. Svitkovic with a boot and puts it through the back of the end zone, so the Royals take the touchback and have first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line to start this contest tonight. So Charlie Levac and the CVCA Royals offense will take to the field first. They'll go from right to left on your screen, heading from the west end zone into the the east end zone into the sun-setting west end zone. That sun is just set just this week, setting for the first time before 7 o'clock as we head toward the latter fall months. And the Royals come out in that 3-back set. That is common to the wing team. We're waiting to see for the whistle to blow, and there it does. And we'll start out. Charlie Levac under center for CVCA. And they'll run it on the first play across the 20, the 25, and to the 26-yard line. A good run on first down. And it is Tommy Copek who gets the first run of the night for CVCA, the sophomore. So a pickup of 6, second down and 4 for the Royals. We'll get a look at the starters for both teams here in just a moment. Handoff up the middle, close to first down yardage, and it will be a first down for the Royals. That time it's Joey Copek with the carry. And we'll take a look at the offensive starters for CVCA. Levac, the quarterback, Nick Schober, Joey Copek, and Zach Anderson. Carter Walkley, the tight end, and Braden Harris, the wide receiver. Brady Martin, James Jeffers in his 3rd career start. Josiah Newmeyer, Ben Truax, and Gabe Kautzman, the line for the Royals. First down and 10 for the Royals from the 31-yard line. This time, 2 backs in the backfield. They'll hand off, going left side, big hole for the Royals, and a big run. It could be all the way, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, CVCA. It's Zach Anderson into the end zone. 1 minute and 14 seconds into the contest, and Zach Anderson blasts 69 yards for a touchdown. And here it is again, a huge hole on the left side, and the Royals strike first. Anderson just clear green in front of him, did not stop till the blue paint, and the Royals put 6 on the board. So Luke McQuillan out to kick the extra point. And the kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, the Royals are on top first, 7-0 CVCA. For Anderson from CVCA, a touchdown run, 69 yards. His longest run of the year and his 2nd touchdown run of the season for the Royals junior. And that puts a charge into the crowd here at Royal Stadium. So CVCA wanted to get a fast start, and that's exactly what they got right there. 3 plays, 80 yards, and a touchdown. So McQuillan heads back out to take care of the kickoff duties. And back deep for NDCL, Carmen Sereno, a junior, and Casey McInerney. 14 and 15 for the Lions. McQuillan steps up, and he puts a boot into it. And it's going to be McInerney who takes it at the 7-yard line. McInerney across the 20, finds a hole and gets across the 30-yard line before he's taken down. And NDCL will start out on offense from there for their first series, trailing 7-0 here. Their first visit to Royal Stadium. Will Perot in there on the tackle for CVCA. So we mentioned during the pregame, we talked up the quarterback of this NDCL Lions team, number 5, Brady Capel, a junior in his first year, 985 yards from scrimmage passing, 14 touchdown passes in Capel. In the shotgun, to his left, Dylan Henigman, a senior. He's the primary running back for these Lions who open up in a 4 wide receiver set, but Capel's going to keep it on the first play, and he's going to get out to the 35-yard line, across the 35 to the 37. He'll pick up 4. 2nd down and 6. They'll give him 5. 2nd and 5 for the Lions. Capel, the leading rusher for this team as well. 58 rushes for 474 yards coming into the contest. Operates out of the shotgun again. This time he's going to pass and swing it out to Henigman. Henigman makes the catch, tries to make one man miss. He does, and then he gets a big hit, but he's going to be close to the first down. In on the tackle for CVCA was number 5, Nick Schober. Henigman is just short of the first down. He picked up 4 on that play. It's 3rd down and 1. You see the 4-muck wipe that we've got special for tonight on all the replays. With Coach McClevich front and center on the minds of everyone here tonight. But right now, 3rd down and 1. CVCA trying to get off the field. First series for the Lions, who trail 7-0 after the 69-yard touchdown run by Zach Anderson. Capel again out of the shotgun. He'll hand off, and Henigman is going to inch forward just across the to-go line. He's going to gain 2. He needed 1. And so it'll be a first down for NDCL. They'll mark him out at the 44-yard line. And so the Lions get their first down of the contest. Two receivers up top, single receiver on the near side. A pair of backs in the backfield for Capel in this set. He'll hand it off up the middle, and a good hole and a good run. It's number 22 on the carry, Braden Ryan. Ryan's across midfield. He's going to be just into CVCA territory. He'll pick up 7. 2nd and 3. Braden Harris from his safety spot made the tackle on that play. And after this play, we'll take a look at the starting lineup for NDCL's offense. First play in Royals territory. 2nd down and 3 from the 49. And it's a flea flicker. Capel gets hit, and it is caught. That was a duck after Capel got decked, but ranging under it, certainly not intended, was Blake Dumermuth. You get to look at it once again here. Henigman right back to his quarterback, and Capel, his arm got hit, but Johnny on the spot was Blake Dumermuth, who picked it up out of the air and caught it for a first down. So 1st and 10 from the Royals' 39-yard line. Pair of receivers up top, single on the near side. Heading big to the right, man in motion is number 10, Petruzzi. It's a run, and not much there as the Royals stuff that one, maybe 1, 2nd down and 9. Now we'll take a look at those offensive starters for NDCL. Capel, Henigman, Ryan, who you saw with the carry, Bonchak the speedster, McInerney, and Dumermuth. And on the line, Brendan Hernan, the big man, Caden Kovacs, even bigger, Kazmarek, Rizzo, and Barrows. The 5 up front paving the way for the Lions offense, 6-1 for NDCL this year. 2nd down and 9. Capel swings it out to the left side. It's caught, and on the reception is number 15, McInerney. Short gain of maybe 2 yards. And so it's going to be 3rd down and 7. She watched the replay right here from field level. Pair of Royals right there, including Joey Copek on the tackle. Zach Anderson in the initial hit. And the Anderson-Copek combo teamed up to take McInerney to the ground. Third down now. Short seven, long six. Trips to the near side. Shotgun formation. Capel waits the snap. He'll look, throws, crossing pattern, and it's incomplete. And taking the hit on that play was Serino. Ball was intended for him. It was behind him, so it's fourth down. In positive territory. Too far to kick. Or will they? Out is coming Ryan Svitkovic. And Svitkovic has a leg. And they are going to attempt a 52-yard field goal. Svitkovic, a two-sport athlete. Football is not the primary sport. He is the leading all-time scorer for the NDCL soccer team, career-wise, and also the leading scorer in a single season. But he plays football on Friday nights, and here is a 52-yard attempt for Svitkovic. Snap is down, the kick is up, ball is on the way, and it's going to be short. No good for Svitkovic. Only his second miss of the season. And so the Royals stop the NDCL drive on downs with a missed field goal from 52 yards. And CVCA will take over once again, first down and 10 with good field position. You are tuned in to CVCA live stream coverage of Royals football on YouTube. And once again, a reminder, you can follow us on social media at CVCA Livestream is the social media handle on Facebook, on X, and on Instagram, and once again on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are inching up close to 900. Want to get over 1,000 subscribers soon. They put the ball back on the 20-yard line, so apparently a missed field goal into the end zone operates much like a touchback, and so the Royals will have 80 yards to go. That is a different rule than college and pro football. The Royals will start out from the 20, and they're going to have a big run here. The Royals are going to have another touchdown. Joey Copek is on the way. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. CVCA, one play, 80 yards for Joey Copek. CVCA with a statement early as Copek runs through the big hole, and the Rutger Schmidt did not stop until the end zone. The second big play for the Royals here in the first quarter, and it's 13-0 CVCA. McQuillan back out for the extra point for the Royals. Puts a boot into it, it's up and good. 5:55 to go in the first quarter. The Royals have run 4 plays, and they have 2 scores. CVCA 14 and NDCL nothing. The cheerleaders are going to get a workout tonight as you see them down there with the leg kicks. 7 and 14 is 21, and their night is far from over. The Royals coming out and making a statement here on For Muck Night at Royal Stadium. And NDCL in a big hole early. We see Fox 8 down on the field. This is the Fox 8 Friday Night Football game of the week, so make sure you tune in later tonight at 11:30. And you'll get the extended highlights of this one. Ken Carmen, I saw him a little bit earlier, taking this one in, and they've got some highlights to show from the Royals here in the first quarter. So back deep once again for NDCL is Carmen Serino and Casey McInerney. And McQuillan will pooch this one. It's going to bounce. McInerney will take it off the bounce at the 15-yard line. He's not going to get far, and that's a strategic play by CVCA down at the 21-yard line. And in there on the tackle, Brandon Knapp for CVCA. believe we might also see number 10, Dongino Bickley, down there on coverage as well. And so the Lions in a hole, down 14-0. They got within the CVCA 35-yard line on that first drive and missed on a 52-yard field goal attempt. It took the Royals just one play to respond. It's 14-0. So Capel operates out of the shotgun once again, and they'll hand off. Nothing doing right there as the Royals defense, and it's Copek, Tommy Copek, the younger, taking down Headington. No gain. Reed Jones also in there. So we got the NDCL offensive starters last series. We'll take a look at the CVCA defensive starters here in just a moment. And you see Dirk Geiger, Mason Fry, and Paul Tepley down low, and the linebackers Copek on both sides, Keeler and Jones. That one's tipped up, and it's picked off by CVCA. On the deflection, the Royals have it once again. And you see the interception by number 9 for CVCA, Dirk Geiger. And so it is not going well for NDCL right here. You'll watch it from field level. Capel, they got a deflection by Paul Tepley, and it fell right into the hands of Dirk Geiger. And so the Royals with a takeaway, and now with great field position to try and add another one here from the 21-yard line. 4 plays for the Royals, 2 scores, and now they take over in plus territory. We've not even mentioned Charlie Levac, but he's going to operate from under center here. Braden Harris split out to the near side. 2 backs in the Royals' backfield, and it's a handoff right side. And the Royals will get a good run here on the far side of the field. It's Reed Jones on the carry for CVCA that time. He's going to pick up 7 yards. 2nd down and 3 for CVCA. You see it again, Jones just following his blocks, and a good gain there. 2nd and 3 from the 14-yard line. It says first down. They've not changed it on the scoreboard, but it is 2nd down. Rolling, looking to throw toward the end zone, and incomplete. Broken up there by McInerney. The intended receiver was Braden Harris. It'll be 3rd down. So here comes the 3rd down play, 3rd and 3 for CVCA. They'll pitch it near side, cutting upfield, and they're not going to get it. NDCL with a solid defensive effort right there, pushing back the Royals. Wesley Keeler with that carry, so it's 4th down. And we'll see what the Royals want to do here. And they'll keep the offense on the field. 4th down for CVCA. And on 4th down this season, the Royals are 7 for 11. They need 2 yards to capitalize on the interception. Wing T formation. Left side, and it's a 1st down for the Royals. Tommy Copek on the carry. Down to the 6-yard line. Check that, the 7-yard line. It's 1st and goal, CVCA from the 7 as you watch it come right into your living room. And so the Royals move the sticks, 1st down and goal to go. Once again out of the wing T. Same play, left side to the corner, and touchdown, CVCA, Tommy Copek. And the Royals are up 20-0. CVCA just dominating in this first quarter. Copek, same exact play, got a nice ceiling block there, boosted, bumped it. 3 touchdowns on the ground for the Royals, 2 big long runs. The first by Zach Anderson, the second one Joey Copek, and now the 3rd one by Tommy Copek. And the Royals with a big first quarter lead here at Royal Stadium. So the NDCL Lions and head coach Andre Griffin still looking for something to go right. And they'll return their third kick of the contest already. The Royals feign that onside kick as they always do now. NDCL drops back into normal return formation. McInerney and Sereno back deep once again. And they'll pooch it once again. McInerney runs up, takes it on a bounce again. 2 bounces, gets by him. Now he retrieves it. He's in big trouble, McInerney to the near side, and he's ushered out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. The last thing you want to do on a kickoff is let it bounce. He got away with it the first time, but the second time there, it bounced right by him. So they're spotted at the 19-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for NDCL. We're looking down at the total yardage. The Lions have 32, I think, 32 yards, all on that first drive. Or the majority of which on that first drive. Shotgun, they're going to run it once again. Henigman gets a good run across the 20 to the 25-yard line. He's going to pick up 6 yards. The senior will set up 2nd down and 4 for the Lions. You'll watch Reed Jones track him and make the tackle here. Joey Copek in on the back of Henigman as well. So a good first down play for the Lions, 2nd down and 4. And this time it's a tackle for loss in the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down and long. A loss of 4 yards brings up 3rd down and 8.
Royal fans, it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, Capel waits. He'll look to throw. Surveys, tosses it, and it's knocked away and incomplete. Intended for number 17 for NDCL, Rob Bonchak. 4th down. And that's going to bring out Ryan Svitkovic once again. Zach Anderson on coverage as you watch on defense here. Anderson saw that play and broke on the ball and beat Bonchak to it. And so the Royals will get the ball again after a 3-and-out. Svitkovic out there, and he's going to receive the ball on his own 6-yard line. No rush, he gets it away. It's a high spiraling kick. It's going to come down with a fair catch caught at the 43-yard line of the Royals. No return. And CVCA will be set up in good field position once again. We're going to sneak in an ad for one of our Royals Power Meal sponsors right here, Chick-fil-A on Howe Avenue in the Chapel Hill location, serving freshly prepared food crafted with quality ingredients every day of the week, except Sunday, of course. Chick-fil-A in Chapel Hill offers everything from Chick-fil-A's menu classics like the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, chicken nuggets, and the waffle potato fries to salad, breads, breakfast, treats, kids' meals, and more. If you're looking for a great food nearby, it's their pleasure to serve you. Stop by this weekend at Chick-fil-A Chapel Hill, and when you do, be sure to thank them for the support of Royals football and the Royals Power Meal program. And the Royals have 1st down and 10 from their own 43-yard line. It's a run to the right side. Zach Anderson, he'll get tackled near the line of scrimmage. A good play right there for the NDCL defense. You watch it from field level right here. And it's 21-0, and we are just now getting to tell you the defensive starters for NDCL. We'll bring them up right here. And that's the Royals defensive starters. So we will bring up NDCL's defensive starters right after this. That's an error on the part of yours truly with a fat finger on the buttons. 2nd down and 9 for the Royals. Pitch play to the near side. Joey Copek looking for an open lane. Can't find one. He's going to be bottled up at the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 8.
Senior Joey Copek on the carry for CVCA. Run down by number 14, Carmen Serena.
The Lions doing a good job of stringing that play out. 3rd and long for CVCA. Now we'll take a look at those defensive starters for NDCL. Hernan, Kovacs, and Penny, the linemen. Hernan with 9 sacks on the season already. Braden Ryan, Drake Burschig, Joey Velada, and Robbie Lepowski, the linebackers. And there you see the secondary. CVCA is going to look to pass. Levac in trouble. Now breaks to the left side, finds some open space. 1st down for Charlie Levac, and this is where he's dangerous. Still going and finally out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Levac can hurt you with the arm, but he can really hurt you with those legs and the ability to scramble, and he did it just there. Levac into Lions territory once again. A pickup of 27 yards on the scramble play on 3rd down and 8, and the Royals have it deep in NDCL territory once again. They show that wing T formation again on 1st and 10, but they put a man in motion. It's a lead blocker pitch to the left side. And a good gain on 1st down for the Royals. Looks like Wesley Keeler on the carry for the Royals there. Number 6, the senior. Carmen Sereno in there on the tackle for NDCL. And they'll give Keeler 5 yards on that 1st down carry. 2nd down and 5, but that's going to do it for the first quarter. Clock winding down and the teams will switch sides. It's a big first quarter for the Royals. We've got 1 quarter in the books, and the score, CVCA 21 and NDCL nothing. As we get to the first quarter break, it's our opportunity to remind you of your chance to help us out with CVCA live stream. We've got a half a decade in the books. Tonight marks the 163rd broadcast that we've done with an all-volunteer team. Professional production, 100% volunteer staffing. What began during COVID has become a tradition, but it does take some money to do it. And we're asking you to get behind this and support CVCA Livestream. Every dollar that you give to CVCA Livestream goes to offset our equipment costs. We've got a half dozen volunteers bringing you the coverage tonight, and not one of us has ever taken a dime to do this. So it's our joy and our privilege to do it, but we do need your help to help keep CVCA Livestream on the air with our equipment costs, our streaming costs, etc. About $5,000 a semester to make this happen in equipment costs. And so anything you can give, either monthly or one time, would be greatly appreciated. It's tax deductible, it's donated to CVCA, and then they make sure that the costs are allocated properly and appropriately. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support of CVCA Livestream. Speaking of support, the Royals have a lot of support from their fans tonight, and they have a 2nd down and 5 on the first play of the second quarter. They'll pitch to the right side. Looking for a hole is one of the Royals running backs. Not much there. It'll be 3rd down, and that was Wesley Keeler once again on the carry. It's the 4th drive of the night for CVCA, and the first 3 have resulted in touchdowns. In fact, coming into the contest tonight, 35 of the Royals' 51 drives this season had resulted in touchdowns. So a 3rd down and 3. And it's Joey Copek to the right side. Kopek's going to burrow forward, and he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll move the sticks, and that'll give us a chance to look at the first quarter stats with a couple plays into the second quarter. And here they are, the Royals leading 21-0, 216 yards to 34, all 216 yards on the ground for CVCA, and that 1 turnover in the first quarter, helping the Royals burst out to that big 21-0 lead. All CVCA in that first quarter. Here the Royals trying to convert on their first possession that is carried over to the second quarter. Left side, Tommy Copek stood up after a short gain. He's going to get across the 15 to about the 14-yard line. He'll pick up about 4 yards. I'll actually mark him at a 3-yard gain. 3rd down and 7. So the last 3rd down and long play, Levac scampered for 27 yards. Here the Royals are inside the red zone, but 3rd and 7 from the 14-yard line. They can pick up a first down inside the 7. They'll split 2 receivers out on this pattern, actually 3. And so for the first time tonight, Levac out of the shotgun. He's going to roll to his right. He'll look. He's going to scoop back wide open on the left side. Big block, and Levac's going to get to the goal line, and he is going to score. Touchdown, CVCA. Charlie Levac, the senior, is into the end zone with the 4th touchdown of the night for the Royals. And here it is from ground level. You're going to see a crunching block here that set Levac free. You saw right there, number 22 got leveled, and that is the block that Levac needed to get to the end zone, and he puts the Royals up 27-0. So McQuillan gets the kick up and through the uprights again, and the Royals lead it 28-0. And we're going to show the replay one more time of that great block. And it looks like the block was number 64 for CVCA, Ben Truax, who sprung his quarterback. And here we go on the replay. Levac rolled to his right, saw that big open space, and there was Truax just laying number 22 for NDCL onto his backside. Braden Ryan had no chance, and CVCA's Levac into the end zone to put the Royals up 4 scores. (28-0) CVCA and NDCL shell-shocked here at Royal Stadium. So McQuillan will kick off from left to right this time. Another pooch kick, and they'll bounce again. McInerney will take it on the 17-yard line. He'll dance a little bit, breaks forward, and picks up a little burst of speed out near the 30-yard line, actually near the 35-yard line. So a good return that time for Casey McInerney. And as the teams get ready to come back out on the field once again, we want to remind you another time about the opportunity to support head coach Paul McClevich and his family in his battle with stage 4 inoperable colon cancer. Make sure you scan that QR code. A donation goes to CVCA. It's a tax-deductible donation, and every single dollar of which will go to help the McCleviches and go to the McCleviches to help them with their bills and all their needs as he fights this battle with colon cancer. First down and 10 for NDCL. Trips to the near side. Down 28-0. Capel checks down. He's going to get a good completion and a good first down play. Blake Dumermuth on the catch, and he's across the 40 out near the 45-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards and first down and 10 for the Lions. You see the back end of that play as Dumermuth got past the first down marker, so a good play for the Lions there. First and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Capel hands to Hennigman. Hennigman tries to circle back the other direction, does a good job just to get back to the line of scrimmage as the Royals defense collapsed on him. Second and 10.
Carry for NDCL. Run down by number
Wesley Keeler was the first one to Henigman. He was quickly joined by the rest of the interior CVCA defensive line. 2nd down and 10. Pass play, Capel looks, throws, and it is incomplete, just over the outstretched arms and reach of number 15, Casey McInerney. 3rd down.
Pass intended for number 15, Casey McInerney. Incomplete.
So the Lions, we have a flag down on the play for the first time tonight.
Flag on the play is holding against
And it's a holding call against NDCL.
again, it's 2nd down.
So they're going to march 10 yards off against NDCL. It'll be 2nd down once again, but this time 2nd down and 20. Clean game till that point. First flag of the evening on either team. So from the 35-yard line now, 2nd and 20. Trips to the near side, single receiver up top. Offset back is Henigman on the right. Pass play, and it is too far for Bonchek. And Bonchek was flashing open right there and just overthrown. So now it's 3rd down and 20. We'll watch it again right here. And Bonchek had a couple of steps on his defender. If Capel could have dropped that in, it could have been 6. As it is, however, it's 3rd down and 20.
Royal fans, it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun. Capel under pressure, steps out of it, looks forward, throws, and it's knocked down. Incomplete. And as we sometimes hear, you probably didn't hear it, but the visiting coach's box directly overhead, and some frustration and banging on the floor as they watch that play, and you rewatch it here. Capel threw it almost for another interception. So 4th down and 20, and the Lions are forced to punt once again. Zach Anderson out, and a high snap. Svitkovic gets it and kicks it away. Fair catch, and Braden Harris out there, I believe. And it is Braden Harris with the fair catch. The Royals will take over at the 22-yard line. 43 yards on the punt, no return. CVC has the ball once again. 4 rushing touchdowns for the Royals tonight from 4 different backs. Zach Anderson, the first one, 69 yards. Joey Copek went for 80. Then his brother Tommy punched it in from the 7-yard line on the 3rd one. And then it was Charlie Levac from the 14-yard line on a scramble for the 4th Royals touchdown. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns for CVCA. They have not been stopped yet. 7:49 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Levac will operate under center. Pitch play. It's Joey Copek to the near side. Copek stumbles ahead as he tries to evade. A tackler well downfield. Out of bounds past the 1st down marker. And you'll watch it again. Copek marked out at the 34-yard line, so a pickup of 12 yards. Play clock winding under 10, so the Royals will have to hurry here. Now under 5, Levac gets the snap. It's a dive play right up the middle. Short gain for CVCA across the 35 to the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Wesley Keeler on that carry for the Royals. Once again, a reminder, at halftime tonight, we're going to be honored to talk with the man of the evening, head coach, or the assistant coach, Paul McClevich. We just promoted him. There's another big run, broken tackle across midfield, still going down to the 41-yard line. That's Wesley Keeler.
On the carry for the Royals is number 6, senior Wesley Keeler.
19 yards on that play.
First down.
Officially 20 yards on the play for Keeler. And the Royals back in Lions territory from the 37-yard line. The Royals have not put the ball, I checked that, they put the ball in the air one time tonight, I believe, just once. Another run play, it's Reed Jones. Jones tiptoes ahead across the 40-yard line, just inside it to about the 39.
Reed Jones picked up by number 1.
It's a gain of 3, so once again, 2nd and 7. CVCA already leading 28-0 and now looking for more. Halfway through second quarter action. Shotgun formation for the Royals. A little confusion in the backfield, but now they get set up. And it's a quarterback keeper. Levac across the 35. It'll be 3rd down and short for the Royals. Charlie picks up 4 yards, 3rd and 2. Actually 3rd and 3. We'll call it a short 3. So Levac's got Joey Copek to his left, a pair of receivers up top, heavy on the right side, and they're going to hand it to Copek on that right side. Copek just barreling forward, close to the first down, and I believe he's got it. The officials say he does. 1st down and 10 for the Royals.
That's good for the Royals. First down.
They mark it at the 31-yard line for CVCA, and getting closer and closer to potentially running clock territory in a game between 6-0 CVCA and just once defeated NDCL at 6-1. It is the largest deficit of the entire year for NDCL here. And a whistle. And a timeout, Royals. Timeout, CVCA, their 2nd of this first half. And so they'll talk it over. So with this timeout, it gives us a chance to say thank you to the good folks at Farinacci Pizza in Hudson for providing our pregame meal today. A local favorite since 1971, dough made fresh daily, 100% real cheese, natural seasonings, nothing frozen. Be sure to visit and taste it for yourself. It's the Farinacci family recipe that dates back to the early 1900s, just the way Grandma Farinacci made it. Dedication to consistency comes from the roots of the Farinacci family heritage. Be sure to seize the opportunity to share in the tradition of Farinacci Pizza. 3 locations to serve you in Hudson, Brecksville, and Northfield. Visit Farinacci Pizza this weekend and check them out online at farinaccipizza.com. Back to live action now. The Royals have 1st down and 10 from the 31-yard line. And they're looking to throw. Levac flush to his right, tosses it downfield, got a man down there, and it's caught. Touchdown, CVCA. Tommy Copek is down there, and Tommy Copek has his 2nd touchdown of the night for the Royals. 1 on the ground, and now a touchdown through the air as a reception, and the Royals go up 34-0. Play action, Levac rolled to his right, saw Copek flashing open behind the defenders, lofted it up there, and Copek corralled it into his breadbasket for the 5th touchdown of the evening for CVCA. McQuillan ready to boot it once again. And it is up and good, 35-0 Royals. Charlie Levac to Tommy Copek, 31 yards on the touchdown pass. For Levac, it is touchdown pass number 12 of the season. 12 touchdowns, just 1 interception for the Royals senior. And the Royals putting it on NDCL here in the first half, 35-0. So at halftime, we will also take a look at the Division IX rankings and the NCC standings, the North Coast Conference standings. Those Division IX rankings are very interesting because coming into the game tonight, CVCA was ranked 2nd. In the North Coast, or rather in Division 3, Region 9. And if they maintain that standing, and it looks like they will, it could mean a couple of home games, at least one home game in the playoffs, and a second potential home game if the Royals win. But more on that a bit later as they pooch this one, and it's taken by one of the upbacks on the 25-yard line, and out of bounds he goes. NDCL will start this drive from about the 38-yard line. It is Jonah Genosi, number 88, the tight end for NDCL, who had the return. 3:59 to go here in the first half. And the hill is steep for the Lions here. So expanding on that thought we had just a moment ago regarding the Royals standing in Division 3, Region 9. Royals trailing just Canfield in Region 9. The top 4 seeds get a bye in the first round of the of the playoffs, the OHSAA playoffs, Week 11, and the opportunity to host a couple of home games if the Royals maintain the top 2 seed. As the first down play is a pitch to the right side, and nothing going there for NDCL on that play. And we've got a player down on the sideline. It's Henigman getting up slowly, but he is up. And I'll head off to the sideline, and looks to be okay. So once again, a top 2 seed would get a bye in the first round and a home game in the second round. And if it is a win in that first game, they get a second home game in the third round. So the Royals could potentially be home until what could be a regional final, but that's getting way ahead of the horse. As here, pitch play, and that looked like a forward pass. And blasted was the receiver by number 5 for CVCA. Casey McInerney got that pitch, and Nick Schober said, "How do you do?" So third down, it was officially a pickup of 2, and that's a forward pass, so a pass play for 2 yards and a bruise to go with it. 3rd and 8 from the 40. Capel looks under pressure, and he's going to be taken down. A sack for CVCA. Paul Tepley on the sack for the Royals. You watch it again right here. Tepley into the backfield and taking down Capel, and the Lions forced to punt once again. Second sack of the year for Paul Tepley, the sophomore. And the busiest man on the field tonight has been the kicker, Ryan Svitkovic. He'll punt again, and looks like the play clock ran out, but before it did, it's a timeout for NDCL. So they avoid the penalty. Minute 43 to go. And again, stick around for halftime. We will have our traditional halftime offerings for you, including the NDCL marching band who's in the house tonight. The out-of-town scoreboard. Royals at the next level in this day in Royals history. Plus a special visit with CVCA assistant football coach and math teacher Paul McClevich here on 4 Muck Night. We get to talk to him about his journey, and very much looking forward to that, and do hope you stick around here at halftime. After the timeout, NDCL back out in punting formation. Svitkovic gets it away. Another high spiraling kick. And another fair catch for the Royals. Zach Anderson makes the catch on the 39-yard line, and CVCA will have it 1st and 10 with another possession, another opportunity here. Still 1:36 to go in the first half. Royals leading 35-0. If you're wondering about the running clock rule, that is a second half rule. So the score greater than a 30-point differential would initiate the running clock, but that's in the second half. And so right now we're still under normal clock rules for the final 1:36 of this half.
Starting on the offensive line tonight for the Royals, JoJo Newmeyer, Ben Truax, Gabe Kaplan, Bernie Martin, and James Jeffers.
Royals in the 2-minute drill here. Levac operating out of the shotgun. He's got a pair of receivers up top. They'll pitch it though, left side. Zach Anderson, I believe, has it. Not much there. He gets strung out a short gain of about 1, maybe 2. 2nd down and 8, clock runs. CVCA with just 1 timeout remaining. That was actually Wesley Keeler 6, not Zach Anderson 8. Far side of the field, and my old eyes. Levac on the keeper. Left side is going to be taken down. No gain. 3rd down. Taken down inbounds, and so clock is going to run. Under 54 seconds left. Up 35-0. You'd think the Royals would likely keep it on the ground here and take it to the locker room with a 5-score lead here at halftime. And it looks like they're going to take it right down to the play clock expiration and call their 3rd and final timeout. That's exactly what the Royals do. Timeout CVCA with 20 seconds to go here in the first half. The Royals leading 35-0. If you joined us late, you missed a big first couple of minutes and a big first quarter for the Royals. Early on just the 3rd play of the game, Zach Anderson blasted 69 yards for a touchdown to get the Royals started at just 1 minute and 14 seconds into the contest. After a drive to about the 37-yard line by NDCL, the Lions missed a 52-yard field goal. It was short. And on the very next play, CVCA's Rutgers commit Joey Copek blasted 80 yards for another touchdown. It was 14-0 before you could bat an eyelash. And the onslaught continued with another first quarter touchdown by Tommy Copek. The Royals have added 2 more here in the second quarter, and that's where we stand 35-0. 3rd down and 8 for the Royals. Just 20 seconds left. And CVCA will run it. NDCL expecting it and making the stop. And the Lions will call timeout, and they will force CVCA to punt it with 15 seconds left. And this is something the Royals have not done a lot of. In fact, they have only punted 1 time as a varsity team this season. Just 2 punts overall. The JV had a punt in the 4th game of the season, and the varsity team had 1 punt against Lake Catholic. But here, just for the 3rd time this season and the 2nd time as a varsity team, the Royals will come out on the field in punt formation. Charlie Levac does drop back. He is the punter this year. He has 1 punt. It went 50 yards. So we'll see if he can get it away. And the Lions have 1 man back. That is Casey McInerney. And they'll try and bring the house here to try and get something before the end of the first half. Levac gets it off. Boots it away, and McInerney will take it at the 45-yard line. He'll return it. McInerney to his left, stops, and then just tap dances forward. It's taken down on the 42-yard line. There's 3 seconds to go.
Casey McInerney on the return for NDCL. Brought down by number 9 of the Royals, Dirk Geiger.
And so NDCL will have one play before we go to halftime. Dirk Geiger was down there on coverage for CVCA. And Brady Capel will have first down and 10. Essentially, it's first down and 57. Make it 58. Pair receivers to either side of the formation. Single back in the backfield is Hennigman. Capel's going to look to throw. Hail Mary time. Actually, he'll just dump it. Dumermuth on the catch. Dumermuth is going to be taken out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and that's going to do it for the first half. CVCA with a huge first half leads at halftime here at Royal Stadium by a score of 35-0. As we mentioned before, our halftime show includes the NDCL marching band, the out-of-town scoreboard, our regular segments like Royals at the Next Level and This Day in Royals History, and of course, we've been talking about it the entire first half, our upcoming conversation with CVCA assistant football coach Paul McClevich. But first, we're going to pause now for a word from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. The CVCA cheerleaders entertaining the crowd here at halftime and entertaining you as well. We'd love to meet you at CVCA. Visiting our campus will give you a closer look at what CVCA is all about. Get a closer look at CVCA at one of our fall admissions events. Registration information is coming soon, but the open house is coming up on October 23rd at 5 o'clock. That's 5 o'clock on October the 23rd. You can sign up online at cvcaroyals.org/admissions. Family preview nights coming up on November 4th and 13th, both nights at 6 o'clock from 6 to 7:30. And make a note, applications for the 2026-2027 school year are available now. Now we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here at halftime. We've got a few scores reporting in for Royals opponents this season and some other key games that we're paying attention to. Canton South leading Fairless in the Principals Athletic Conference in the second quarter, 14-7. The Royals defeated Canton South in Week 1 this season. In the Metro Conference, Woodridge trailing 28-0 to Norton. The Royals would like Woodridge to be able to win that one, but they are not. The Royals get points when their opponents win. Norton winning big there. No score, no reported in from Howland and Boardman. We'll take a look and see if we can find a score online and update that a bit later. Lake Catholic, whom the Royals defeated a couple weeks back, leading Padua 15-0. That was a first quarter score. Last week's opponent, Holy Name, leading Elyria Catholic 24-7 in the second quarter. Chardon, who we are paying attention to, the big game with Chardon a year ago, could be potentially a future playoff opponent once again. Royals have met the Hilltoppers in the playoffs both of the last 2 seasons, leading Mayfield 21-14 in the second quarter. No score reported for John Marshall and Canfield. Again, we'll look for that one later online and try and get an update. And then Bucktel and Garfield playing tomorrow in the Akron City Series. Now we'll take a look at the Region 9 standings. And here they are. Canfield leading in Region 9. And that is a team that we're paying attention to. CVCA, though, locked in at that number 2 spot, and a win tonight. It looks like the Royals will win. If they hold on here, will keep the Royals in a position to host not 1 but potentially 2 home playoff games. Hawken and Madison looking to get byes, currently holding down the 3rd and 4th slots. Teams 5 through 12 will play in Week 11 in the first week of the playoffs in a play-in round, essentially. 6, 7, 8, 9 will host games against, or 5, 6, 7, 8 will host games against 9, 10, 11, and 12. You can see on the outside looking in Gilmore Academy, Brush, and Harvey with work to do. And the North Coast Conference standings, there's CVCA and NDCL both on top with unblemished 2-0 records. The Royals well on their way to 3-0 here tonight, leading 35-0 at halftime in the first ever football season in the North Coast Conference. CVCA's athletic highlights over the past week. The cross-country team, both boys and girls, traveled down to Cortland, Ohio and Trumbull County for the Legends meet last week. Boys took 2nd place overall. The girls finished 7th. Girls soccer had a pair of games this week. They beat Louisville, they tied Louisville on Monday night on senior night, and then lost last night to Hoban 5-1. Boys and girls golf seasons are wrapped up. The boys golf team finished 5th in the OHSAA district tournament. Girls golf finished 8th in the sectional tournament. Boys soccer got a 2-1 victory against WRA on Wednesday night, their first win over WRA since 2019. Girls volleyball split a pair of matches this week. They defeated Beaumont on senior night on Monday night. It came up just short last night in a 5-set thriller against Boardman. Girls tennis defeated Revere on a beautiful day here on Monday, 3 matches to 2. And they are in action both today and tomorrow in the district tournament for the OHSAA. That'll do it for the weekly wrap-up for CVCA. And now we're going to get ready for the halftime interview with Coach Paul McClevich. And, Coach, we're going to get you set up here, make sure we can see things. And we guys got to get down. The camera will get in the way, or you'll get in the way of the camera, and go ahead and switch it. Coach, wow, what a night, huh?
Yes.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good. It's great to see the Royals playing out there.
Well, it's great to have you up here. I bet you never thought you'd be doing a halftime interview here with the CVCA live stream.
No, not in a million years, but it's an honor. It's an honor to be here.
Well, you're wearing the Four-Muck shirt, and so is everybody else. What is it like to be looking up in the stands and looking on the field and see all the maize and blue here at Royal Stadium?
I'll tell you what, it's crazy to see all the Four-Muck shirts and all the support. We feel it. We feel the love, and yeah, it's a little overwhelming, a little hard to process, but
I'm sure.
But man, everybody's been so great.
Well, that's good. So, for the viewers at home, some of them probably never heard of Paul McClevich before tonight, but a lot of the folks in the Royals community know exactly who you are and what you're going through. But let's go back to the beginning. You know, we'll start with the easy questions. The maize and blue, all over the stadium. You're a native Michigander, right?
Yeah.
So talk about your sports loyalties. You know, how did you come to love all the Michigan teams?
Yeah, that's it. I tell my students, you don't just meet a pretty girl, marry her, cross over the border, and work in a different state and change your loyalties, right? So born and raised in the Detroit metro area, so grew up on the maize and blue, guys like Desmond Howard, quarterbacks like Elvis Gerbach, Brian Greasy, Tom Brady, Tyrone Wheatley, Tamunga Bianca Batuka running the football. And that was just Saturday afternoon. I'll come off the maize and blue a little bit because I know
there's a big game tonight for you, right?
Yes, and those are some fighting words because half those names are from Ohio. But yeah, just growing up, best childhood ever. In the late '80s, early through the '90s with the Red Wings. And you've got Fedorov and Yzerman and Lindstrom, names like that. And then on Sunday afternoons, watching Barry Sanders run the football every Sunday.
Was there ever anyone better than Barry Sanders?
No way.
Oh, my goodness.
In fact, I think I had a lot to do with it. My dad would make me do push-ups on commercials to make sure the Lions scored on the next drive. And so, but then going old Tiger Stadium, seeing guys like Trammell and Whitaker growing up as a kid through elementary and middle school and high school, and Cecil Field, they're hitting bombs on top of the roof and over the roof of Tiger Stadium, going for 50
old
home
Tiger
runs.
Stadium was amazing. What a venue. Do
That's
you remember
right.
your first memory there?
I do. We went, it was a birthday party that I had. Me and my buddies were there.
Yep.
And we had we sat in the bleachers. Right field was awesome. It was like.
How old were you?
So this would have been like 9, 10 years old. And we had 3 home runs hit right in our section.
All right.
Didn't catch any of them, but but the excitement.
It couldn't
man,
be a perfect day, and near perfect, right?
This ball's coming right at me. So, yeah, and then you had the Pistons with the bad boys. Isaiah Thomas was my guy growing up.
Yeah.
I was him, trying to be him on the playground. So, great childhood.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, born and raised in Michigan, how'd you get to CVCA?
Yeah, God brought me to CVCA. I taught for 8 years, coached up in Michigan, work ran out up there. My wife's family, Susie's family's from Manaway. We knew of CVCA, and so they scooped me up. We made
When's
the
this?
move. This is 2012.
Right.
2012. So we made the move, and we've been out here ever since, and the rest is kind of history.
The rest is history. So, well, this diagnosis, I'm sure it's been a whirlwind since August for you and for your wife and your family. Where do things stand right now for you and your family?
Yeah, really, really hard diagnosis, hard prognosis. Stage 4 colon cancer. They give you, the data of 30 months median age. So we're looking at 2 to 3 years life expectancy on chemotherapy the rest of your life. Man, this is tough. And then 2 weeks later, I get back some results that I have a certain gene mutation, and that 2 to 3 years is actually going to be accelerated to 1 to 2 years. And you hear that and it's tough, but ultimately you're trusting in the Lord. He already knows how many days we have, and so that's what you go to. The same God that was faithful then is faithful now.
So I sent you some notes beforehand, and for me, the verse that I go to in really tough times, and we all have them, it's 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. That is a hard verse in tough times.
Yeah.
But my question to you, and I gave it to you in advance, it's countercultural, but are there things that you can still be thankful for despite all that's going on?
Yeah, really, really hard, but so much to be thankful for. I'm thankful for my life in Christ. I'm thankful for my wife, my kids. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for this community.
Who's rallied behind you.
Yeah, and a body of believers, and just so much to be thankful for on that. Look, we are choosing to continue to follow Jesus. Right. So we chose to follow him before. We believe he has led us into this storm. But he has promised to be with us in it, and so we're sticking with him. We know at any moment he can go shush and take this storm away.
He can move a mountain. He can do anything.
Whatever his will is, we want him to be glorified.
Where did that faith story begin for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I had people sharing the gospel with me at a young age, so prayed the prayer to ask Jesus into my heart, 7 or 8 years old. But Didn't really know how Sunday connected to Monday through Saturday.
When did that change happen?
Yeah, so that changed. Some guys took me under their wing when I was at Malone College to play football, and they showed me how it was all about a relationship with Jesus. That he's the one that died on the cross, which I already knew about, resurrected so that I could have a relationship with him and have eternal life. And that eternal life is not just I get to go to heaven one day. That's amazing. Looking forward to it. But that I get a relationship with him now and forever.
I often talk in interactions with people that, you have to take a language growing up in school, at a lot of schools, and I took French. And the European languages, they have two words for no. There's the no to understand, and there's the no to experience. And I think there's the understanding about Jesus, and then there's the experience of Jesus, experiencing that relationship that you're talking about. And the English language doesn't do a good job differentiating between those two different types of knowing. But that knowing about Jesus versus knowing Jesus is completely different, and it supernaturally changes a life.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And, just the fact that, he didn't promise that we wouldn't have storms, we wouldn't have trials, but he did promise that he'd be with us through those.
Absolutely.
And so that relationship makes all the difference, that trusting relationship.
So tonight there's maize and blue all over the stadium. Gabe, can you put that graphic up one more time, if you don't mind? So the community's rallied around you and your family, and we've already put this up a number of times. But for those of you that are watching, maybe tuned in after we were early on or on in the early first quarter, this is Coach McClevich. And that's a QR code. And the CVCA community is rallying around you. And if you're watching tonight and you have an opportunity, take your phone out right now and scan that QR code. You can make a tax-deductible contribution to Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. And every dollar that you donate through that QR code will go right to Coach McClevich, his wife Susie, and their family to help them in this battle with all of their ongoing needs over the course of however long and however many days Jesus gives you here and your family beyond that. So the good folks at Hudson Wealth Management, that was announced at the start of the game tonight, have agreed to match every dollar up to $10,000. We want to see that match completely wiped out and gone surpassed. So folks, be generous right now and support Coach McClevich if you would. Make your donations, and we'll put that up a couple more times throughout our broadcast tonight. So, Coach, I'll finish with an easy one for you, all right? How's that? 35-0 at halftime. What's your take in the first half?
Yeah.
As a coach, you're still coaching.
Absolutely. Coach Cook is a mastermind defense, so love what our defense is doing out there. He could be an NFL coach, but we've got him here. So he's got our guys going. Our D-line is playing amazing. Their quarterback can't get anything off, and our run support is awesome. Coach Karosha is relentless. He just keeps coming at you.
Right.
So we got our crew of running backs, best offensive line in the country, and just love seeing our guys out there.
How about Charlie? So you're still kind of giving him advice?
Yeah, love Charlie. Wind him up, let him go right on game night. But he's a special one. He knows his stuff so well. He can lead the other guys out there, and then he can, he's the X factor. He can make a play out there when they cover everything else and leave the defenses shaking their heads.
Awesome.
So love watching Charlie out there. Love getting to congratulate him on the sideline and maybe give him a pointer or two. But that's. That's awesome.
So good. Well, folks, Paul McClevich, he's the guest of honor tonight. Paul, it's been my pleasure talking to you tonight. We love you as a CVCA community, and we continue to pray for you and Susie and your family. And you are in the right place because you're right in with Jesus wrapping his arms around you every step of the way. So
thank you.
That's all we can say. We love you so much.
Yeah, I love you too. Thank you, Tim.
All right. Coach Paul McClevich, our guest here at halftime on 4-Muck night here at Royal Stadium. The Royals leading 35-0. We've got more second half action coming up for you in just a couple of moments. So great to talk to Coach McClevich here on 4-Muck night. And again, we ask that you be generous in supporting Coach Muck and his family with your financial contributions and your prayers. God has this. He knows. He's not surprised by any of this. And so it was good to talk with him here at halftime. All right, we'll move along to talk about Royals at the next level. So that is our look at CVCA's former athletes that are playing in college and at the pro ranks. The Royals' Trey Tucker is now with the Las Vegas Raiders, and they've lost 4 games in a row, but Trey's having a breakout third season in the NFL. He's got 19 catches already and 4 touchdowns through 5 games, and he absolutely torched the Washington Commanders a couple of weeks back with a 3-touchdown performance. The Raiders are in action on Sunday against the Washington Commanders against the Tennessee Titans on Fox at 4:05. At the collegiate level, number 2 Mount Union is off to another 4-0 start after last week's 62-7 win against Otterbein. 24 graduate Ricky Levax appeared in all 4 games at defensive back for the Purple Raiders. They're at Wilmington College tomorrow at 1:30. The toughest schedule in all of Division III goes to Wheaton College, who sandwiched a season-opening loss at Mount Union and a second setback last week at number 1 North Central around a pair of blowout wins in weeks 2 and 3 against Augustana and Carroll College. Despite the 2 setbacks, the Thunder still checking at number 19 nationally. It's where CVCA's 2021 graduate JT Nichols has appeared in 3 of 4 Thunder games this season for the Thunder. Marietta College is now 3-1 after suffering their first loss of the season a week ago against Ohio Northern. 22 graduate Brandon Riley is suiting up for the Pios again this year. Tomorrow afternoon, Marietta hosts Heidelberg in an OAC game at home. The Worcester Scots are now 3-2 after back-to-back wins against Otterbein and Wittenberg. 22 graduate Jordan Lewis has 19 catches and 3 touchdowns so far this season, including a 79-yard touchdown reception in the second week of the season against St. Vincent. 2023 graduate Dylan Byers has appeared in 2 of the Scots' first 5 games on the offensive line in his first collegiate action of his career. Scots are in action tomorrow at home against Denison. And 2025 alum David Grimes is suiting up for Worcester Polytech. The WPI Engineers are off to a 2-3 start after picking up a 14-7 win last week at Norwich. Grimes is another CVCA offensive lineman from the past couple of years who's appeared in 4 of the first 5 games for the Engineers this season. And finally, 2024 graduate Logan Scranton is in his first season at Indiana Wesleyan after transferring there this past year. He's playing linebacker for the Wildcats and appeared in 4 of their 6 games this season, recording 8 tackles, including a career-high 5 tackles in the win against St. Francis of Illinois last week. And that'll move us ahead to this day in Royals history, October the 10th, where the Royals are 3-2 all-time on October 10th. Tonight is the 6th time CVCA's played a game on this date. In 1998, the Royals defeated Lutheran East 26-18. The Royals lost to Manchester 12-2 in 2003. The Royals defeated Timken 55-20 in 2008 and fell to Triway 45-14 in 2014. But tonight, we're turning our attention and the clock back to just 5 years to this day in Royals history, October 10th, 2020. It was the COVID year, so after an abbreviated 6-game regular season, the OHSAA opened the playoffs to every team in Ohio, and it was the second ever home playoff game for the Royals, who hosted Ashtabula Edgewood. The Royals came into the contest firing on all cylinders, averaging 52 points a game over a 4-game winning streak, but Edgewood recovered an onside kick right off the opening kickoff and promptly drove down the field and scored to take an early 7-0 lead. The Royals' run game made sure it would be the Warriors' last lead. CVCA hammered out 467 yards rushing on that night, getting 231 yards and 3 touchdowns from sophomore Kyle Snyder to go with another 134 yards and a pair of rushing scores from quarterback Michael Bevington. CVCA led 34-7 as the half approached, but Edgewood converted a Hail Mary as time expired, trimming the CVCA lead to 20 points at the half. A goal line stand on the first Warrior possession of the second half turned into a CVCA 98-yard drive, all of it on the ground for the Royals' next score. But the next time CVCA had the ball, they faced 3rd down and 36. No problem. Bevington launched a bomb to Brennan Darr, and the running clock was invoked when he reached the end zone 73 yards later. The backups played the 4th quarter as the teams traded touchdowns, resulting in the final score of CVCA 55 and Edgewood 21. It was a dominating playoff victory on this day in Royals history, October 10th, 2020. Here, the Royals are up big on October 10th, 2025, and hopefully we got some halftime highlights to go for you. Let's see if we can launch those and look at some of those first half scores. Here we go. Right out of the gate. Third play of the game, Zach Anderson blasts 69 yards down the left side for the Royals' first score of the night. It was 7-0 CVCA after the extra point. Here it is from ground level. Anderson scoring. The very next drive, first play, 80 yards to the house for Joey Copek. Outdistancing and outrunning every last one of the NDCL Lions. Here it is. Next drive, tipped pass and an interception for CVCA resulted in a short field, and Tommy Copek blasted into the end zone from 7 yards out, 21-0 Royals. The next drive, Charlie Levac rolls out right, gets a huge block from Ben Truax, and that sprung him to the end zone, 18 yards on the touchdown. And here you see it, Levac surveying, sees that open field in front of him, and right in the back there, Ben Truax depositing one of the Lions on his backside, and Levac was off to the end zone for a touchdown. Little peekaboo right there from T-Fiz that we kept in there. Last touchdown for the Royals in the first half. Levac looks, finds Tommy Copek ranging behind the defensive backs into the end zone for the final score of the first half. 35-0 is the score, and that's where we start second half action. It'll be a running clock in the second half unless NDCL can score and close to within less than 30 points. Royals will go right to left in this third quarter as they wind the clock. And Luke McQuinn out there to kick off. Once again, back deep for NDCL is Sereno. And it's an up. Jana Jonas, he takes it as an up back, and he's going to get across midfield on a good return off the pooch kick. And NDCL in business with the best starting field position of the night for the Lions on the Royals' 45-yard line. Paul Tepley made the tackle for CVCA. So 1st and 10 for NDCL here. Brady Capel still out there in the shotgun. See what kind of halftime speech they had. Capel will keep it on first down. He gets stood up, but not before he gets 5 yards on a first down play. 2nd down and 5. Nathan Cook in there on the tackle for CVCA. There's a flag down. It's a dead ball, personal foul against NDCL. See if we can pick it up here. They're pulling players off the pile. And that may have been it. You can't pull another guy off the pile from the other team. So the play will count. They'll march off the 15 yards. It's 2nd down and 21. So back on their own side of the field are the Lions. Capel looks to throw long. He gets hit, and it is picked off by CVCA. Intercepted by the Royals on the far side of the field. It's Braden Harris, his 3rd theft of the season. Capel got hit just as he released it, and that ball was short, and Harris ranged over and picked it up. And so the Royals, with their 2nd takeaway of the night, will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 40-yard line. So the Royals offense heading back out on the field. It is the first string. Under center is Charlie Levac. Pitch play near side. Copek bottled up. Not much there on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Flag down.
Number 20, Joey on the carry for the Royals.
We'll wait on the call here.
Personal foul against NDCL.
It's another personal foul against NDCL, so an automatic first down for CVCA. And so again, we'll take a look at what happens at the end of this play. And Copek got knocked over, and the flag flew. So the Lions a bit frustrated. And the Royals benefit. They move the ball out to the 45-yard line. First and 10, CVCA. Levac looking to throw, launches long. He's got a man out there, and it is knocked up into the air, incomplete. He was looking for Harris on the far side of the field. Looking for the chunk play. Casey McInerney on the coverage, so 2nd and 10. So 2nd down, 10. Running clock already down to 7 minutes and 15 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. Handoff right side and squirting through the line of scrimmage. Ball looks like it may have been down. The Lions are saying they have it, and they do. A turnover, fumble on the play, and the Lions recover. And the first audible cheers of the night from the far side. Braden Ryan on the recovery. It's hard to see who had the carry for CVCA on that play, but the Lions will take over. Braden Ryan on the recovery, number 22. So 1st and 10, NDCL, after we have takeaways on nearly successive plays. Capel, play action, throws long, looking at the end zone. He's got a man out there, and it is just overthrown. McInerney had the defense beat, but just could not track the ball. Again, 6 points goes by the wayside for the Lions. There it is. McInerney had the defense beat. The Royals defender caught looking into the backfield, and all McInerney had to do was range under it, make the catch. He would have waltzed into the end zone for 6. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass. It's 2nd down. And it's picked off by the Royals again. Another interception for CVCA.
Interception by number 13.
It's Braden Harris again. His 2nd of the night. His 2nd in a matter of 3 plays. Capel overthrew his receiver, and Harris just Johnny on the spot snatched that out of thin air. And so the Royals will take over once again from the 43-yard line. As we wait for the Royals to come out, we'll get the halftime stats plus we'll call it half the 3rd quarter as the clock continues to run. We'll get the live up-to-date stats for you. Take a look at how things are progressing, perhaps after this play. A first down play for CVCA, leading 35-0. Charlie Levac back out there. The Royals trying to capitalize off their 2nd takeaway of this 2nd half. A short run up the left side, gain of 3, and we'll take a look at those stats. Here they are, 35-0, 287-23 rushing. What do you need? Passing, NDCL with a slight advantage, but 318-75 overall. And the Royals dominating across the way, across all the categories, that is. Second down, 7 for the Royals. Flag down as I had 2 men in motion. It's a laundry convention. Flags everywhere. And this will be a legal motion, undoubtedly.
Lead back on the keeper. Flag on the play.
Illegal motion on CVCA. They're going to march off 5 yards.
Flag on the play is illegal against the Royals.
And you see the 2 running backs moving at the same time. Running play to the left side. Tommy Copek.
On the carry for CVCA, number 24, Tommy Copek.
Here's the replay.
Casey McInerney. The 3rd down for the Royals.
Third down and 3 for CVCA. The 3rd down and 3 play. Pitch play to the near side. Diving forward, it's first down yardage for CVCA, and they're going to move the sticks.
On the carry for CVCA, number 24, Tommy Copek. That's good for the Royals. First down.
Clock winding down quickly here in this 3rd quarter.
Nicole Lemire, if you could visit the press box. Also, if you lost the phone this evening, you have a morning dove as your live stream. Come on up to the press box.
First and 10 for the Royals across midfield at the 46-yard line. Dive play right up the middle. Close to the 40-yard line, a pickup of nearly 5 yards. And the Royals running back getting up, or not getting up quickly. Still down on the play. I believe it's the running back. Might be one of the linemen. And this is never a good scene for either team. And so a stoppage here. So as we wait on the injured Royals football player. A quiet comes over the crowd here. Take a moment to talk about the Royals Power Meal program. And we're going to talk about our friends at Los Girasoles in Stowe. If you're in the mood for award-winning Mexican cuisine, make sure to stop in at Los Girasoles. They have the best street tacos in town, and check out the Biera tacos. The chefs at Los Girasoles slow-cooked brisket meat for 6 hours in a guajillo chile marinade and tasty spices. The cooked natural brisket juices are used to flavor the corn tortillas, topped with cilantro, onions, lime, and plus the hot salsa on the side. Served with a choice of rice or beans, Los Girasoles on Steeles Point in Stowe. Stop on down this weekend. When you do, be sure to thank them for their support of the Royals football program and the Royals Power Meal program. Los Girasoles. Been there myself a bunch of times. It's a good Mexican dinner. Thumbs up from Chad Dar. Still waiting on the Royals injured player who is up to his feet now. And it is one of the linemen for the Royals, number 73. And that is James Jeffers. And he is not able to put any weight on that left foot of his. He's already in the game. And it was his 3rd career start today, backing up Eli Brown, who started the season for CVCA. Brown went down with a lower body injury at the Boardman game several weeks ago. So now the Royals will be down to their 3rd string player at that left guard position. So this is a development for CVCA, who has had great success running the ball this season, but now having to dig deep. We'll see if we can get an eye on who has gone into the game for them. But right now it's 2nd down and 5 for the Royals. Levac under center. The Royals get set. Pitch play to Reed Jones. Sweep to the left side. Jones pushes forward. Gets a handful of yards. It's going to be third down and short.
On the carry for CVCA, number 26, Reed Jones. Brought down by number 14, Carmen Serino.
Carmen Serino in there on the tackle. 3rd and 1 for the Royals. And a fast-moving third quarter, but a choppy third quarter with 3 turnovers this third period. A pair of interceptions by Braden Harris and a Royals fumble. And we're just about moving our way quickly to the end of 3 periods of play. Time for maybe one more play. It's a 3rd and 1 for the Royals. Pair of runners in the backfield. Right on the right side. Close to the first down, and I believe the CVCA Royals have it. Mason Fry's into the game. And Fry just got enough of the first down before he was knocked backwards. You'll watch it in right here. Mason Fry has gotten a lot of work in the fourth quarters so far this season. How much work, you ask? Well, we'll tell you. Mason Fry, 25 carries for 191 yards coming into the game. All in the fourth quarter. Speaking of the fourth quarter, it is the fourth quarter coming up after 35-0 CVCA. 4 hands up in the air on 4-muck night. Coach McClevich still manning the sideline down there, and his team has those 4 hands in the air, signaling Coach Muck. All right. 4 hands, 4 fingers. Thank you. Keep me honest here, Chad Dar. Thank you. It would be tough to have 4 hands in the air. All right. Third quarter break. Our chance to remind you once again about your opportunity to support CVCA live stream. It's our 6th season doing CVCA live stream and bringing coverage to you. We hope you've enjoyed it tonight. And every night that we're on the air, it is a labor of love, 100% volunteer staffing with professional production. Does cost money to get the equipment running and going each year. And so our ask of you is to, if you enjoy the coverage, to help support what we do. We don't make any money off it, but we do underwrite, or your donations do underwrite the equipment expenses that we have. So click that QR code or take a picture of it. And go to cvcaroyals.org/give-now. Reference CVCA live stream in the comment section. We're going to bail out of this right now because Coach Muck and his family are being honored on the field, and there they are. Standing ovation from the crowd here at Royals Stadium. Paul McClevich, his wife Susie, and their 5 children. And you see some little ones out there right up to their daughter who is a senior here at CVCA.
We honor the McClevich family tonight. Not only
Maize and blue all over the stadium tonight.
We trust in God's grace to see them through. Thank you, Coach. Now let's get ready for the final quarter of the game.
Nice job honoring Coach Paul McClevich, who was up with us as our guest at halftime. The students chanting "For Muck" in the student section with the cheerleaders since I've been coming around here, and it's been a while. So, all right, we'll transition to the fourth quarter here. Take a look at those fourth quarter, end of third quarter stats here after a play or two. We'll also go right to left. Clock runs once again, 35-0 the score. No scoring in that third quarter, 3 turnovers. It's a first down for CVCA. They'll run it left side. Mason Fry is going to get hauled down inbounds. No gain. It'll be second down and 10. And we'll get the stats up there after this replay. Carmen Serino in there on the tackle for the Lions. And here come those stats. You just saw them a few moments ago at the third quarter. Time is passing quickly. 346-75 total yards, 315-23 on the ground. That 23 is less than the CVCA's average yards given up on the ground, but not by much. The Royals very stingy, and CVCA already with 3 shutouts this season, looking for a 4th one if they can close this one out. The second down play, another bottleneck at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Third down for the Royals.
On the carry for CVCA, number 21,
Kyron Fikes into the game.
Number 73, Carmen Shapiro.
We're going to get our binoculars out because with Kyron Fikes carrying the ball and Mason Fry out there, there's a new quarterback in the game as well for the Royals. It's number 12 for CVCA, Alex Mamoni. Mamoni, the backup to Charlie Levac. And so the Royals second stringers getting some play here on Friday night in front of the big crowd. Dive play up the middle on 3rd and 10. Fry, the ball carrier, is going to get to the 31-yard line. It's 4th down. It'll be 4th and 6.
Number 4, Mason Fry on the carry for CVCA.
They'll actually spot it on the 32, so 4th and 7. Here comes the 4th down play. Mamoni's going to keep it himself, and he is not going to get there. And so the Royals will turn it over on downs.
Alex Mamoni on the keeper for CVCA.
And NDCL will take over. So after the turnover on downs, the 5th time this season the Royals have done it, NDCL will take over 1st down and 10. Capel still out there. He's going to hand off. The Royals defense is going to make the stop. We're going to take a moment here to talk about our friends. Actually, we'll take a moment to watch a replay first. That short gain, a pickup of 2 yards, 2nd down and 8.
Number 67 of the Royals, Jonathan Gannon.
Second down and 8. Capel on the keeper. Capel with open field. One man to beat, and he's going to take him down across the 45-yard line down to the 42 for CVCA. Best run of the night for Brady Capel of NDCL. That gives us a chance to talk about our friends at Shade Tree Solar. Harness the power of energy from the sun. Homeowners are struggling with the rising cost of living. We'll talk about Shade Tree Solar in just a moment. Pick up and continue with that dialogue. Quick pass play, far side. Now for another 1st down. The pass is complete to number 14. That is Carmen Serino.
Completion number 14, Carmen Serino. And the tackle for the Royals, number 12, Alex Mamoni.
So 1st and 10, NDCL driving their deepest penetration of the night to the 24-yard line of CVCA. Pass play is complete. Dumaruth hauled down from the backside. Check that, it was Robbie Lepowski, number 2, on the reception down inside the 10-yard line. 1st down and goal to go.
Number 50 of the Royals, Asa Boyd.
Asa Boyd out there on the tackle. So NDCL finally having some success against the Royals' second stringers and JVers. Ball is spotted right at the 10-yard line, so it's 1st down and goal to go from the 10. Handoff. Actually, pitch play far side and a walk into the end zone by number 15, touchdown, Casey McInerney. Touchdown, NDCL. 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the ball game. And Handoff had me fooled, but the quarterback, Capel, kept it, pitched it back to McInerney, and it's a 10-yard touchdown pass play. It was a forward play, so a passing touchdown from our vantage point from Capel to McInerney. And Ryan Sitkovic is out to kick the extra point for the Lions. Puts a boot into it. It's up and through the uprights for a successful point after touchdown. 6:25 to go here in the final quarter of play. The score, CVCA 35, NDCL 7. And now we can talk about our friends from Shade Tree Solar. Harness the power of energy from the sun. Homeowners are struggling with the rising cost of living. Utility companies are charging a small fortune every month, and it's only going to go up. That's where solar power comes in. Solar offers you a stable monthly cost that will never go up in price, even with inflation. That means you'll no longer be at the mercy of a power company. Take advantage of the 30% tax credit, which expires at the end of the year. Build equity and lower your monthly bills. Choose Shade Tree Solar, an expert team with personalized support. Check them out online or call 440-261-2322 or email them at luke@shadetreesolar.net. Final 6 minutes, 25 seconds here from Royal Stadium, and with that touchdown, we go back to regular timing and scoring here for the final portion of tonight's contest. The difference now 28 points. And we're getting a look at the sideline from here. We can see James Jeffers on the cart, and he is certainly a bit distressed. Pair of crutches in the back of the cart, and his night is over, unfortunately. Kickoff on the way, and it's Royals are playing for the onside kick. Smart play there by the return man to let that ball go out of bounds. The penalty is on the field. It's an illegal kick out of bounds.
The concession stand is $1. Swing on by. Grab yourself some pizza here tonight. First and 10 to Royals.
And so the Royals will automatically benefit from the ball being placed at the 35-yard line. 6:25 to go here. Clock did not start on that kick.
Legal kick out of bounds. First and 10 for the Royals. Starting at the 35.
And so the Royals JV second stringers back out there. They did not have a lot of success in the last drive. Still playing against the first string for NDCL, at least on the last drive. We'll see what they can do this time around. First down and 10 from the 35-yard line. It's Alex Mamoni out there at quarterback for the Royals. It's a handoff up the middle. NDCL trying to rip that ball out the running back's hands. Carmen Chiapero in on the tackle. Mason Fry on the carry for CVCA. You can watch number 73 try to rip that ball right out as his teammate stood up Fry. And another one of the Royals is down. And that may be the ball carrier. It is Mason Fry, I believe, as they're attending to him. So next week, CVCA is back on the road at Padua. Padua was getting beat pretty badly tonight, and they've had a rough season, just one victory. 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be back here at Royal Stadium for the final regular season game against Elyria Catholic. Fry is up to his feet and a little gimpy for his efforts, but he's going to walk off under his own power. And he gets a nice hand from the crowd. NDCL, their season continues. And they've got a game next week at Elyria Catholic, and they finish on the road at Lake Catholic. So NDCL played all their home games already. They finish up with 3 straight on the road. Second down 7 for CVCA. This is Kyron Fikes. Fikes gets to the outside corner. Is knocked out of bounds, but not before he picks up about 15 yards. Kyron Fikes, the senior, getting the carry, and you'll watch it again here. Definitely 15 yards. They'll spot it on the 44-yard line. The Royals move the chains, and that means that clock keeps moving. First down and 10 from the 44. Fikes again, near side. Heads upfield, he's across the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Here for the Royals, number 21, Kyron Fikes.
Fikes picks up
Kyro on the tackle for NDCL.
another 7 yards. Second down 3 for the Royals. Once again up the middle, and first down yardage down to the 35-yard line. They'll move the chains once again.
On the carry for the Royals, number 21, Kyron Fikes. That's good for another Royals first down.
So another first down for the Royals. Yep. First and 10 CVCA from the 35-yard line. And it's a steady dive of Kyron Fikes, and he continues to plow forward. He picks up another 5 yards, second down and 5. You get to watch it again.
The carry for CVCA, number 21, Kyron Fikes.
And another one of the Royals has gone down. It has been a difficult second half for CVCA on the injury front in this one. And this one looks like it could be Fikes. Mason Fry has already been banged up, and now Kyron Fikes is down on his backside. You get to watch it again. We'll try and see if we can see what happened. Got bent backwards a little bit, stood up. And hopefully he will be all right, but still not yet able to get up and head to the sideline. So once again, we will be back on the air in 2 weeks. CVCA hosts Elyria Catholic. And then, assuming the Royals win out, which they will be favored heavily in the final 2 games of the season, the Royals would have a bye in all likelihood in week 11. And it is Fikes who's able to slowly make his way to the sideline. So both of the Royals' JV running backs a bit gimpy. So we'll take a look to see who's into the game now at the running back spot. And it's number 11, Will Perot. So it'll be second down and 5 for CVCA. It looks like the play clock has given up the ghost. So they'll keep the play clock on the field. Second and 5. And it's Will Perot who gets it. He keeps the legs moving. He's going to be close to the first down, maybe a yard or two short.
On the carry for CVCA, number 11, junior Will Perot.
So third down and 2 for the Royals coming up.
Beatrice on the for NDCL.
2 minutes and 40 seconds clock running here. We wind down in this one. The Royals will soon be 7-0. They want to keep the ball here and try and keep it away from NDCL and run out the remainder of this clock. To do so, they're going to have to move the sticks here on 3rd down and 2. Pitch play, and they will get that 2 that they needed. And it's Perot again.
For CVCA, number 11, Will Perot. That's it for another Royals first down.
And so the clock will start once again with 2:19 left to go. And CVCA inching closer to win number 7. For the first time, they'll be 7-0 since 2003. An outstanding season so far for the Royals. And it continues next week at Padua, 2 weeks from now. Back here at Royal Stadium against Elyria Catholic. Perot again, up the middle, churning, forward. It's a rugby scrum down near the 10-yard line. Perot never goes to the ground, just finally gets stopped.
Number 11, Will Perot.
First down, Royals. You watch it again. The Royals running game continuing to churn out yards.
Royals first down.
Stick around for post-game highlights. They're going to look very similar to the first half highlights as the Royals now take the field in victory formation. Just a couple of snaps away from notching win number 7 on the season. Big night tonight here at Royal Stadium, 4-muck night honoring longtime coach Paul McLevich and his family. We were blessed to talk to him at halftime. Friday night touchdown game of the week on Fox 8. The Royals got a huge quick start from Zach Anderson and Joey Copek, scoring twice on chunk plays in the first 4 snaps of the ball game for CVCA. Most of the second half played with a running clock. NDCL with a touchdown for some window dressing here in the 4th quarter. The Lions, still a great season for them. 6-2 they will drop to. But NDCL well poised to do some damage in Division 4, Region 13 in those playoffs. As the Royals take what will likely be their final snap of the ball game. And it will be. CVCA is going to come to the sideline. The clock is going to run out. They don't have to snap it again. The Royals are going to go to 7-1. Rather 7-0 rather. NDCL will drop to 6-2. 35-7, the final score tonight for CVCA. Just total domination by the Royals in this one, in a battle of the 2 top teams on the North Coast Conference, and the Royals supplant their position on top of the conference, looking for their first conference championship outright since 1999. They're just 2 wins away from making that happen in games that they will be heavily favored in next week and the week after. Well, stick around here. We've got some post-game festivities for you as the Royals and Lions go through the handshake line here tonight, and they will come together at the center of the field, share some kind words, share a prayer. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Muck addresses both teams out there at the center of the field tonight. All right, we're going to take a look at some final look at some out-of-town scores once again. And there they are. Updates. Canton South leading Fairless now 24-14 in the 3rd quarter. Norton up big over Woodridge 48-0 in the 4th. Boardman, we didn't have the score at halftime. Well, we got a halftime score, and Boardman up big over Howland 28-0. That's good for CVCA's playoff points. Lake Catholic, no update on that Lake Catholic Padua score since the 1st quarter, so it was 15-0. That's the last score we had. Same thing for Holy Name and Elyria Catholic. Chardon and Mayfield now tied 21 all in the 3rd quarter. Canfield, we get another big win tonight up 42-0 on John Marshall here in the fourth quarter. And then tomorrow, Bucktel and Garfield will play in the Akron City series. The Royals will be pulling for Garfield to win and gain a couple other valuable playoff points. That's the out-of-town scoreboard. Take a look at our next broadcast coming up for you. In 2 weeks from now, we'll be back on the air. October the 24th, it's senior night here at Royal Stadium, so mark your calendars. We'll be on the air 10 minutes earlier at 6:30 p.m. for all the senior night festivities. 17 seniors on this CVCA Royals football team. They'll be honored, as well as the senior cheerleaders, band members here at Royal Stadium. Kickoff at 7 o'clock against Elyria Catholic as the Royals try and close out what hopefully will be their first outright conference championship since the last century, since 1999. Saturday, October 24th. A reminder, make sure you're following us on social media, on X, on Instagram, and on Facebook at CVCA Livestream. And if you're watching on YouTube, which you obviously are tonight, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you tune out tonight. Make sure you do that. That way you'll be made aware of when we go on the air for football and all other upcoming CVCA Livestream broadcasts throughout the OHSAA playoffs and upcoming into the winter sports season. Again, a final reminder, if you're still with us and you haven't clicked the QR code or selected it, make sure you do it right now. That's the QR code to donate and support the McLevich family here on 4-Muck night. 4-Muck, the Royals playing for Coach Paul McLevich and his family. You heard his story. Inoperable stage 4 colon cancer diagnosed in August. But prayer does work. And you heard Muck say he's ready for what's next, whatever that might be. But what is next immediately are lots of bills and just a need for help. So every dollar you donate by giving your tax-deductible gift to CVCA on behalf of Coach McLevich is matched tonight up to $10,000 by Hudson Wealth Management. We thank them and we thank you for making a difference for Coach Paul McLevich, his wife Susie, and their 5 children as they face this battle head-on. 4-Muck night here at Royal Stadium, and we'll post that to social media as well in case you miss it. But last chance, take out your phone and take a snap of that QR code. All right, that's it for Coach Muck, and beyond that, we're now going to take a look at the highlights again from tonight's game, most of them for CVCA in the first half. These are second half highlights, as I've just been whispered to. And so this is an interception. Braden Harris had himself a second half. He got a pick right there. This is not a highlight CVCA wants to see. A fumble recovery made by NDCL, but the Royals took it right away as Harris put those long arms out there and snagged that one out of thin air. A second takeaway, his third of the season for Braden Harris. 1 touchdown in the second half, and that was this touchdown to McInerney as he put it in the back of the end zone. Those were the second half highlights. At the first half highlights, let's take a look at those one final time. And these were a bunch of great highlights for CVCA right out of the gate. Third play of the game, that's Zach Anderson. Broke through the left side, 69 yards to the end zone for the first touchdown, just 1 minute and 12 seconds into the contest. Anderson with a huge hole there, and NDCL's defenders could not catch up to him. Put the Royals up 7-0. Next Royals offensive play, Joey Copek, which would turn out to be the winning points of the night. Copek, 80 yards to the end zone for the touchdown. 14-0 CVCA. Here, tipped ball and an interception for Dirk Geiger, one of 3 interceptions and 4 takeaways on the night for CVCA. That led to a touchdown for Tommy Copek, number 24. Charlie Levac rolled to his right looking to pass, and then you saw that big hole and that big hit by Ben Truax. Sprung Levac to the end zone, 28-0 CVCA. Here it is from ground level. Levac into the end zone. And then the final touchdown of the night for the Royals, all in the first half. Levac looking downfield, rolled to his right, saw Tommy Copek flash behind the defenders and put the ball up. His 12th touchdown pass of the season for the Royals quarterback, the senior. You see all the yellow maize shirts out on the field for 4 Muck night, and we can see Coach McClevich, it looks like, out there talking to the assembled masses from our sideline camera. But we're going to, right now, let you know that tonight's game was brought to you through the volunteer efforts of Director Gabe Laurie. Steve Bader manned the camera for us tonight up high. The field level shots that you're seeing right now brought to you by T-Fizz, Tony Carter, the best in the business. Chad Darr beside me once again on stats. Thank you, Chad, letting me know that I have 2 hands, not 4. And Sean Mosher back in the house tonight, running replay for us. First time this season. Sean, good to have you back in the house. Glad to have you here. As always, thanks to our amazing CVCA athletic staff, Athletic Director John Young, Dr. John Young, that is, Associate Athletic Director Jason Herblay, Ben Miller, the best sports information director in the state of Ohio, as well as Tracy Eck and Amber Martin. The final score tonight, CVCA victorious. They go to 7-0, still undefeated, as you look at Coach Muck and his wife Susie, his daughter, and Coach Cook right there as the assembled masses are going to pray right now. And we hope you pray as well at home for Coach Paul McClevich and his family as he battles stage 4 colon cancer, which is reportedly inoperable. But God can do amazing things. We pray for a miracle for him and for his family. Right now, we remind you we'll be back on the air in 2 weeks for CVCA at Elyria Catholic. Make sure you follow us on social media, as we said before, at CVCA Livestream. As always, thank you for watching. We're going to bid you goodbye tonight. Now, final score once again, CVCA 35, NDCL 7. So long, everyone. Have a great weekend.